Hi, and welcome to the coffee lecture. This is Gina Cannarozzi from the Chemistry, Biology, Pharmacy Information Center at ETH Zurich, and today I'm going to present using LaTeX with Overleaf. So before we talk about Overleaf, we have to understand a little bit about LaTeX. What is LaTeX? It's a typesetting system for writing scientific documents, and it's used especially in the fields of mathematics, physics, computer science, and engineering, where there are a lot of math and equations that need to be typeset. So LaTeX is a markup language, so it looks something like this here. You have a commands that demark the beginning and ends of things. For example, I've declared this an article, then I begin the document. At the end, I'll have an end document, and then I can define the title, author, date. Such like this. I define sections and then I can start writing. So why use LaTeX? Well, LaTeX is used mostly for the very precise formatting and styling that can do, especially for mathematics. So it's ideal for equations. So for example, this equation, can you imagine trying to make that in Microsoft Word? In LaTeX, it looks something like this. And so you see there's a lot of definitions. I have the beginning of the equation, the end, and a lot of things in between. And so it looks like computer code. And this code has to be compiled to see this. And when LaTeX was first made, you would edit the LaTeX code in one file, then compile, then view it in another. And this is what Overleaf does. It overcomes the challenges both of writing complicated code and of having to do formatting. So the challenges are that you have to compile and that you have a steep learning curve. And here comes in Overleaf. So Overleaf is an online platform in which you can edit LaTeX and render LaTeX. So it looks something like this. You have on the left-hand side your code. So I have the code here. I click the green button, recompile, and then I get the rendered version right here. It has a lot of features such that it's cloud-based, so it's not an app. You don't download it. You don't have to update it. You can use it online and your data is secure. It's much easier to use than LaTeX because they have a lot of visual support. And the nice thing about it is that you can use it with other people. So as a collaboration tool, it's a really nice thing to have. They have many templates and it's accepted by journals. So the journals provide their own templates and you can upload to the journal directly the LaTeX file. You don't have to go through Word. It has error checking when you write the LaTeX source, and it also has integration to a lot of different tools such as GitHub, and we'll look a little bit more like at that. So Overleaf uses a freemium model. That means they have a free version that you can use with fewer features than the paid version. So for example, in the free version, you can have one collaborator, in the paid version, 10 collaborators. The numbers of projects and the templates are unlimited for everybody. In the paid version, you have real-time track changes, which is something that was missing for a long time. You have the full document history. A symbol palette makes it easier to type equations, and you have integrations to Git, GitHub, Dropbox, Mendeley, and Zotero. That means you can have your literature on Zotero and organize it there, and it'll integrate directly into Overleaf. Lucky for us, ETH Zurich provides Overleaf professionals for students, faculty, and staff, and that means you have access to all of the nice features. If you go to Overleaf, you see at the bottom this login with your single sign-on, and you click that, link your ETH account, and you're good to go. So if I log into Overleaf, my home looks like this. I have a list of all the projects I'm involved with, and I can manage them all from there. If I look at one specific project, I have the document here, and you can see the formatting is quite complicated. If you have to write that as code, I can compile it here, and then I see it in the window to the right. I also have a list of the file structure here, so I can jump to any part, and here are the elements of my file. I have a picture, the main document, and literature. You see there's a toggle switch right here, so I can either look at code, or now they provide a visual editor, and this looks something like Microsoft Word. It doesn't have as many functions as Microsoft Word, but you can just type here and it will put in the appropriate code. So this is a nice feature. If I open my document, it looks something like this. I wanted to put in an equation, and the first time I put in the equation, I put it in wrong, and they have error assist. So then it asks me, do you want me to try and fix this? I get a little flag that I have some error. I click on the flag and it gives me the error log. So the error logs are also all kept. This involves AI. They send the code to ChatGPT or their own AI, but they give you, before you use this function, you have to click and accept. It tells you that your data will not be used for training either model. And so take it or leave it, that's what you've got, but at least they are concerned with your privacy, and they say that they will not use your data. However, I wanted to reproduce this for the talk, and then I tried again, and it says, oh, you have 0 free suggestions left. So if you want to get error assist, then you have to pay 59 francs annually. I wouldn't do that because I can, you can ask ChatGPT to write LaTeX code and it'll do it for you. Involves a little cutting and pasting. So again, about on the subject of privacy, what is shared with OpenAI, they share the error message, your code, and a list of the file names in your projects. Nothing's shared until you request help, and your data is kept private. They also have another AI feature, which is a connection to Writeful, and this is language correction like Grammarly. You can see in this document here, I have some things that are underlined in yellow, and this is Writeful, so I can click on that like I do in Grammarly, and it will suggest a change. Again, there are privacy issues with using these kind of tools, and they assure you that your data and interactions are not used to train AI in Overleaf or in the third-party services. And you can see that you can choose between Writeful's model or the GPT model. This is, for me, an issue with Grammarly, where any text you put into Grammarly is uploaded to the model, and you don't have these such protections. They have a lot of other features such as track changes. You can share with collaborators. If you share with collaborators, you can chat within the interface. This makes collaboration with other people easy. And you have a complete history, and you can restore all versions, old versions. You can also submit directly to a lot of journals. I've put here bioRxiv, but Overleaf also goes directly to the Elsevier journals and Springer Nature, so it's very widely connected. They provide a lot of templates. For example, you can see if you go to the template section, they have journal articles, posters, presentations. If you want to write a letter, they have templates for that, anything you could want. And if we look at journal articles, they have templates from the American Chemical Society, and this comes from the American Chemical Society. It's not from a third party, Springer Nature and Elsevier. And from this, you can, from the interface, you can directly submit to journals once you've completed your project. I looked for thesis templates from ETH Zurich, and I found some from USES, DUSIS and HEST, but nothing from chemistry or biology, but maybe we can make it happen to get something on there from these departments. And they also have a full learning platform where, in addition to having the documentation, they have little tutorials. Here's one, learn LaTeX in 30 minutes. So that's the basic overview of that's the basic overview of Overleaf, and here you can download the coffee lecture card if you want, or there's some present in the room. And tomorrow, the coffee lecture will be on DTherm with Yoshi Dolence, and we hope that you come back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So thank you very much for your attention. If there's any questions, I'm here. Otherwise, I'll close the coffee lecture. See you tomorrow.